We dream of achieving success and having so many people support us on our path to attaining our goals. But what if we couldn't? What if we were little kids in bleak times surrounded by a whirlwind of treachery, betrayal, blood spilled to deceit and lies, death and war? Where cruel racism and genocide was a part of everyday life? Would you still want to make your difference in a world where people were killed as easily as you microwave your bag of popcorn? If your success went against everything? Just like that in 19th century Germany, uniqueness and rebellion were not simply frowned upon, but often severely punished, sometimes with death. So changing the world wasn't on anyone's to-do list, not if they wanted to live at least. The strongest people and the wisest adults stepped back, keeping their uncertainties and hatred in their mind. But one little boy stepped forward, willing to fight for what he believed in. He didn't have experience, wisdom, physical strength, just his mere mental conviction that what he was doing was the right thing. His name was Helmuth Hubener, and he was a 16-year-old boy and one of the bravest people to have ever lived. At first, Helmuth believed that the Nazis were doing the right thing. However, an uneasy feeling began to evolve within him, and he knew something wasn't right and that moral ethics and racial equality had been completely dissolved altogether. Friendship had become denouncing others, love meant to hate, and speaking out meant treason. With restrictions on civil rights and personal freedoms growing rapidly, he followed his belief and secretly turned to illegal German BBC broadcasts and discovered the shocking distortions and outright lies in Nazi propaganda. It's not a big deal that he had the courage to discover that. The real achievement was that he had the courage to do something. He had the courage to take action against the Nazis. He employed the help of his friends Karl and Rudy and raged at the lies that the Nazis were spreading, dropped pamphlets and leaflets spreading the truth around his community. Now, it may not seem like a big deal right now, but at that time, even families were separated, not by physical walls, but by boundaries of mistrust. Speaking out, treason. The Helmuth, Karl, and Rudy, fueled by their dream to let their community know the truth, continued on, despite all the obstacles that came in front of them. Helmuth is my hero not only because he fought against the Nazis. His loyalty to his country also inspires me, and the fact that he decided to go with, again, the right thing, despite everything he was taught to believe, and his firm nationalism is something that I, and we all, can learn from. He shows that the external conflict, other people, war, bloodshed, is nothing compared to the internal conflict inside of us. Because all of the external conflicts can be stopped only if we defeat the internal conflict inside. If everyone had defeated their fear and replaced it with confidence and courage and bravery, the Nazis would have been driven out of their own country. Helmuth did that, and he showed so many people the truth. Bravery. I admire Helmuth's bravery greatly. There are moments in life that arise and demand an important choice. Helmuth could have just as easily turned off the radio, in fact, even more easily just forgotten all about it. But he chose to make a difference when everyone around him was pushing him back. He was willing to sacrifice his life to help other people discover the truth. The horrors that the Nazis were spreading, covered up by lies, he knew that that wasn't right. And for his bravery, perseverance, and outstanding and pure belief and hope, he will always be remembered in everyone's heart as light in darkness. Helmuth was eventually and tragically discovered as he attempted to take his rebellion a step forward. Always loyal to his friends, he claimed that they didn't do anything, they just simply knew about it. He was sentenced to be executed, and his friends were sent to camps. And as Helmuth was going to be executed, his last words were something that has been repeated throughout generations. Now I must die, even though I have committed no crime. So now it's my turn, but your turn will come. Helmuth Hubener spoke the truth, and the brutal consequence for that was death. We've learned that however restricted the truth may be, it is deserved to be shared, to be known, and to be acknowledged. And now when we go out to change the world, we need to do it for what we believe in. And therefore, for his sacrifice, undying bravery, and outstanding perseverance, Helmuth Hubener is my hero.